what's like one of the things that we mentioned here? Did you try any of the new burger types or meat types that are coming? Probably the answer will be no, but maybe we can ask a question of what's the most exotic thing you've eaten. That might be a more colorful answer line where we get different things from people who have traveled the world and tried maybe different things. I remember a story when I got a call from a friend of mine who was going regularly to one of these like huge shops. I don't know if you have Metro here in Ireland, but basically a huge chain of shops, and they kind of specialize into providing local restaurants and small business owners with large quantities of food that are not truck large, but like pallet large. So here and there they would get some like one shipment delivery of something, and he would go there just to see what it is. And one day it's like 7 o'clock in the morning, and he's like, dude, do you want to eat alligator? And I'm like, what? He's like, do you want to eat alligator? And I'm like, yeah, I'm just waking up. Like, I probably don't want to have it for breakfast.
Is that a euphemism?
And I was like, yeah, okay, I'm open to the idea. And he's like, all right, cool. And he hangs up. And I'm like, all right, what's going on? So basically he calls me later and he's like, I've been to the shop. I'm planning to do a barbecue and I want to buy a few kilos of, well, at least 1 kilo of alligator meat. He came back the other day, somebody bought it and he was super depressed. And then he calls me like, dude, do you want to eat buffalo? And I'm like, yeah, man, let's do it. Like, let's get some buffalo. And then, no, sorry, it was zebra. The second time he called me, he found zebra. And then it happened that they had too much zebra meat and they were selling it in bulk. So he couldn't buy like 2 kg of zebra. So he had to buy like 10 kg of zebra. And he was like, I don't have any space to put it anywhere. I don't have the money right now. So we skipped the zebra. And then he bought, I think it was buffalo or some form of those like cow-like creatures with big horns. They're not stags. I don't know the English word for it.
It's on the tip of my tongue. It's not caribou. No, they're like
probably not
deer.
I'll find the pictures and post them here after the show. So people who are watching this on the YouTube channel of the Uncle Will podcast will probably see a big animal right here. And that's basically what we made a stew out of. And it was nice. And I love the idea of this, like, hey man, I found some like exotic meat. We should do a grill out, cookout or something and then try it.
The most exotic thing I've eaten is probably, well, wild boar is a close second, and that was incredibly delicious. My God, it was so good. But the most exotic thing is probably kangaroo. There was like a brief period back when I was in college when the supermarkets in Ireland were suddenly stocking kangaroo meat for some reason. And yeah, it was pretty good. It's oddly spongy though. You'd think it would be like tough because it's
muscular,
such taut muscle. Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's almost liver like in its texture. So it's got a sponginess to it and sort of absorbed sauce. I wasn't mad about it, to be honest. I think I prefer
1
them
out of
alive.
10. How much would you give it?
I would say 7, but that's maybe giving it a point for novelty as well.
Yeah. Compared to how much would you give the Beyond Meat burger? 1 out of 10?
I would give that a solid 8.5, probably.
I would say 8. Yeah.
Yeah. If we're going on fidelity to real meat, I'd probably give it a 7. But overall, on just being a really delicious food, I think it was a solid 8.5.
Yeah, definitely. As we're speaking, I just had lunch because I knew that this episode would kind of make me think about food a lot, but I'm still getting hungry while I'm listening to this. So I apologize for everyone listening. If you're being hungry because of this podcast, like, guys,
it's a good indicator that when I think of that burger, I salivate. It's really good burger.
Happens to me with Beyond Meat burger that we tried.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about as well. Yeah. We have had, I have eaten several other sort of fake meat. Yeah, let's just call a spade, fake meat items over the years. I had I can't remember what the company name was, but in Burger King, they have an alternate meat thing. And I thought it was the Beyond Meat burger, but it was a different company, and it was sort of pedestrian. It was it tasted gray, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
As opposed to the rich brown sort of meaty flavor, it was a kind of a gray flavor.
Yeah.
So a bit bland, a bit strange, but not altogether terrible. And the texture was really good. It was very like meat. And then I cannot remember what the brand names, or I think it was, I had beetroot based burgers, which were very kind of identifiably vegetable based, but were still quite good. And then there was some kind of steak I had as well, but I can't remember what that was made from. We need to do, as we've been discussing, we need to do a coordinated shop and go and find these items and figure out. I don't know if we would each try different ones or we'd try the same ones and kind of give our marks out of 10 for each of them. That's probably the more interesting way to take it, isn't it?
We'll figure it out. Yeah, it'll probably be the same one and give our kind of impressions and ideas about it. For everyone who's just tuning in, so me and Brendan were talking about trying as many of these alternative or new foods that are on the market right now. And we only tried one together up until now, and we'll definitely show you some footage of that. But we were like, maybe we should do this like a really like a dedicated episode to it, and just try anything that we can get our hands on and do like a comparison to regular meat. So if any of the companies listening that are producing food alternatives, feel free to send us shipments our way. Me and Brendan are definitely going to try them out and send you our reviews back. Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see the full version, go to the Uncle Gold Podcast YouTube channel or watch the next clip.